Oh, hi. I was just taking notes. Is it story time again? See my cute journal? It's for sale in my shop. Not that I'm pushing it or anything, but I just throw that out there. Um, I like to use new journals all the time. And I also like having my favorite tea nearby, green tea. Okay, storytelling. Stories from childhood. This is supposed to be funny and it's supposed to be from childhood. What have I got for you today? Well, kind of a sad thing I've realized is that the stories are funny, like end in disaster. Last time it was our dog with the wagon turning upside down and crashing in the neighbors. Well, this one ends in disaster as well. Sorry, it's not as long and involved, but um, it's kind of funny. So, same age range. I was living in the same house I mentioned with the dog story. We were living in Long Beach, California at the time. And I was playing with friends after school, and we had all gathered at somebody's house somewhere I'd never been before. This was not the group of girls I normally hang out with, but I don't know. I don't know how it got started, but there's a group of us over at a friend's house. And I don't think any parents were home. I don't think we really thought much about that. We were probably in sixth grade, so probably 11, 12 years old. And you know how it is, you're with a group of friends and you're just making up stuff to do, talk about whatever. And somewhere in the process of just goofing off, hanging out, we decided that it would be fun to, how do I describe this? I know you've seen it before. When someone gets in the floor and lifts their feet up, and somebody sits on their feet, and you launch them by using your feet. Okay. Well, I was the one in the floor, and I'm laying on my back with my knees and legs bunched up. And the smallest girl, her name was Allison. I won't tell you more. I don't want to embarrass her, but I don't know where she is these days. She wouldn't really see this anyway, but who knows? She is like in gymnastics, what they would call the flyer. She's very lightweight. And so she gets on my feet, sits as if it's a chair, and I shove forward to launch her into the air for a good ride. And boy, oh boy, was it a good ride. I just realized when I do storytelling, I do this thing. Either I tap my pen. Okay, back to the story. I launch her. She goes flying. We're in the living room, and she just happens to land directly on top of a glass top table, like a coffee table. You know, the kind that have wood around the edges and then the middle is all glass. She landed directly in the middle and it broke and she went through. So, like, kablam. Psh. Now, I'm happy to say nobody was hurt. She landed beautifully, but it was like, it was a horrible feeling because you've just destroyed something at somebody's house and you don't even really know their parents and nobody's home to see it. And eventually, the rest of us just had to go home. And Allison's left to explain to her parents what happened to the coffee table. And I wish I could tell you I had more of a memory of it than that. I don't know what happened in the end. I don't know if she got in trouble. She never said much about it. Um, but anyway, it's just one of those childhood accidents. Since we're on the violence kick, I do have one more that's kind of funny. We were traveling, same age range, but we were in New Mexico, I think, and we were visiting some relatives. And my little brother and I were together again, and we had a cousin about our age, somewhere between us, and we were playing hide and seek. The adults are all in the other room talking. We're running all over the house like lunatics playing hide and seek. And I've never seen anything quite like it. This girl really got into play. And my little brother got behind her door in her bedroom. I had already been found. I don't know. I was just out and I can see where he is and I can see her looking for him. So I'm wondering if she's going to realize he's behind the door. And apparently she does realize it, but she catches sight of him through the crack. So she doesn't come around to the side. So he's still back there like this, like she doesn't know, she doesn't know. And her method of getting him out of there is to push on the door and like try to smash him into the wall, which is pretty funny actually. Um, and so she just leans into the door and starts shoving with all of her might. And I mean, he was so little, I don't even think it squished him. He's just back there like this. But what did happen is it broke the door off the hinges. The hinges on the door popped and the door is no longer attached to the wall, like it's about to fall over. So, as you can imagine, the cracking sound got the adults' attention. And I was glad not to have been a big part of that. But she just shoved and shoved until the door broke right off the hinges. And why did things like that come to me? That's funny to me. But little sad for house upkeep, you know? So anyway, I'm going to try really hard next week to have a story that doesn't end in disaster, but I'm not sure it would be any good. So anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great week. Goodbye.